least, try to like stay away from, social media.
Sure.
About this whole thing, because you never know.
Sure. I don't blame you.
I wasn't preaching the Capitol, but still, I was there. I witnessed a bunch of things that, that wasn't right. Seemingly wasn't right. But you can record it if you want to, yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. So anyway, you were up on the stairs where it was like very crowded, by the way.
Yes. Yeah, yes. I mean, when you were there, you couldn't move. We were there. Let's say I was there. I don't want to say anybody else because let me speak for myself. I was there. You cannot get forward or backwards while you were in the crowd. You were like sardines, like packed, like, and these kids that I was mentioning in my email, these military-looking kids with camouflage and stuff like that, they aggressively like pushing and like, this is our building, let's go and take the building, and all of those.
Right.
There was no way to turn back. Pretty much it was really hard.
Right, and nobody knows who the hell these guys were.
Well, as I told you in the email, I have a wide guess. They were Antifa. They were dressed up as Trump supporters because they were like overly aggressive.
Right.
And as soon as they seemed like they passed, let's say the front line of people almost by the door. I don't remember. I don't recall seeing them coming back. That was the interesting part, that I realized afterwards. So either way, they got arrested, which I highly doubted, or they went inside. They escorted them inside, peacefully.
Right.
So it seems like to me they were part of the action. But
yeah. It's very suspect then.
Yes, and I seen people coming back from the doorway, with eyes staring and like throwing up and stuff like that. But these guys, they never came back.
Really? Well, that's a bit odd. How long did this whole process take? Because the video shows the cops beating the hell out of people with sticks and stuff, and then it also shows a big crowd pushing up against them. And I talked to Philip, and he had said he fell down, and he said he was holding this woman's hand, and he felt like he was holding her hand when she died. He said he was having a really difficult time breathing himself, and so you were there and you helped him.
Well, yes, if I can describe it, I was about like 10 feet away, more, or 20 feet away. Sometimes when the cops were pushing people back, there was like a little silence because people were like falling. So I could see people what's happening around me. So I'm seeing this white guy doing like CPR on this. I thought it's a guy, this big, large body, person.
Right.
And that was her. And then I'm seeing this guy just, getting up and walking away. I go like, that's not right. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going over there. I'm seeing, her, Roseanne,
right.
On the ground. She was out. I didn't know whether she was like alive or dead already. So I got these two guys, and one of them might have been Philip. I don't remember, to be honest with you, back then, because I was just getting two guys, and we were carrying her. I got her legs. One of them got, her leg. The other one got the other leg. We were carrying her to the front door.
Oh, so you were carrying her back up the building or down?
No. Back to the door. I never been inside.
Right.
I was outside. So I go like, there's no way to go back because of the amount of people behind us.
Oh yeah.
So there is only one way to help this woman is to take her to the cops, and hopefully an ambulance or some medical person can help her.
Right.
So we were carrying her towards the double doors. I think it's the west side door, if I remember right.
Okay.
Where the inauguration is happening and all those things. So we're carrying her towards the doors. And I'm noticing, the stream of pepper spray coming at us. I go like, what the hell is going on here?
Right.
So in the meantime, I got hit on my hand, with the baton. These guys,
So was it the police who was shooting the pepper spray, or was it the crowd?
Yeah. Yes, the police from inside. They're lined up with their shields, and they're shooting the pepper spray at us and at this woman being on the ground. We put her on the ground already. So I got really upset and I was cussing at them, like really. I'm like, I got, what the hell, whatever. Are you guys doing, this city is, some attention. And then one of them comes like yelling back at me something, I don't remember what. And I go like, just put her inside, take her inside. And then the kid kept spraying us. I go like, this is nonsense.
Oh my God. So you could barely breathe yourself then.
Well, I had like a bandana,
Right.
But it had some. But, my clothes were soaked and my shoes, my boots were soaked, from pepper spray and all those. But
oh my gosh. How what a nightmare. And it was cold out there too.
Yes.
Unreal. That is nuts. So then, so you were able to pull her away, pull her towards the doors, and then what happened?
Then these two guys, they left. I was screaming at the cops for a while because they kept like spraying, and then I left as well. And then it was just, I don't know what happened because the crowd was like coming again, and it was interesting because the way how the police acted is like they let the people push forward. And they opened their, line, and they cut a few of them. And then either way, they beat the hell out of them or sprayed them as well. And they threw them out. It was like a back and forth movement sort of type of thing.
So they beat them and then threw them down the stairs? Is that what happened?
or yes, sort of. I'm sorry. I'm having this flu thing going on. Yes, so that's what happened, yes. Yeah, so there was no way. When you're like facing the building and the stairs are behind you, and somebody pushes you, from the front, there's no way then just fall back, So it was really reckless from the police, not caring about what's happening with those people at all.
Oh my God, it sounds horrible, absolutely horrible. And who were they beating the police too? Was the crowd beating the police?
Well, as much as I saw, people trying to throw things because it was really upsetting. They were spraying people for no reason. Those guys, those military kids, looking kids, they were really aggressive. But the rest of the crowd weren't. There was this lady, as I told you in the email, almost got in a fist fight with one of these kids. Because, they were like, let's break the window, this is our building, we have to take the building. And she goes like, no, we're not, doing anything like that. That's not what we're here for.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that surprised a lot of people that was going on, but, now we know that there was a lot of forces involved that day. And certainly it wasn't just the million Trump supporters who were at the Capitol. There was a lot of other people with other organizations there. So
I have the video of us walking towards the Capitol, and it was really peaceful. People laughing and smiling.
Right.
There was no anger. There was no. I haven't seen anybody angry at during Trump's speech. Neither on the way walking to the Capitol at all.
Right. That's interesting. I didn't sense that either. I was over when Trump was speaking. We left afterwards. I was supposed to go back, but we left, and I never went back because then they locked down the city and all that. But I didn't see any violence. It was the largest crowd I'd ever seen in my life when Trump was speaking, and then to see all this over at the Capitol was really, really surprising. That is just insane. So, now do you have any video or photos or anything like that we can use?
I only have this video,
of the walk. Yeah, well, you could send that if you want. And you don't mind if I put up this audio?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah, and I won't use your name then, or do you want me to use your name?
To be honest, I prefer not.
Okay, then I won't. All right. That'll be great. I'm so glad you reached out. If you think of anything more, let me know, okay?
Well, it just boils my blood, to see, what happened, what went down over there, and hearing the total opposite, from the media and from politicians, and you go like, what I had, these guys were watching like a different film than I did, up, person over there.
Right. Yeah, let me ask you this, too.
Sure.
So Philip had said they kept pushing people on top of us, is what he said. And he told me that he was scared he was going to die because he could barely breathe. And he tells me that he was holding Roseanne's hand when she died. But he put the blame on the police for that. What would you say?
I would say yes, because by having like 3, 4, 5 people falling on you, you can breathe. And I remember, him, Philip, I pulled him out. He was out. I remember this old guy, barely be able to speak, I can't breathe. So, we pulled him out. And I'm remembering this couple when the guy was begging us to pull his wife out. He couldn't breathe either much. So it's a very, very likely possibility. She died because of that trauma.
Right. Well, I agree. So, thank you so much. Please reach out again if you think of something. Okay.
You're more than welcome.
God bless you. All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. Bye.